Temple under the sea. Take me to the temple's secret entrance. Sahwagi passage. Green obelisk, white obelisk, red obelisk, so it's a puzzle to get through. Elite Sahwagi. There's something else there. It's the obelisk has an aura of some sort.
Test true power!
Okay, so obelisk of haste. There are barriers. It could also boost enemies, I would imagine, and probably maintains these barriers. No. Right, it's more or less what I was afraid of. It's a puzzle system with the gates. And past the green one when we're colored green. Lucky green.
I'll see you cut asunder!
Blue, red, green, green, white, red. They don't drop. They stick. Can I even use potion of heal though? Okay, we're gonna stay green until we switch to something else. That's also good to know. We need the white, right? Use some bitch. That's clever. Not sure if I don't think he intentionally did it, but still. There also seems to be a buff associated with the color, so green is very good for us. It makes fighting easy. Probably have to fight more, but it doesn't really matter if fighting is easy.
Only I will walk away!
66 points of damage. 58. This is a powerful one, but it doesn't matter. We're doing critical hits instead of attacks constantly, so we'll go down to So he dropped something good. He was so far above the quality compared to Chris. Yeah, I forgot that we actually used that. I don't usually care for it because it's just attribute negatives. So in most fights it won't make enough of a difference to matter. Damage increased, attack increased. So we're not attacking quite as often, but we hit constantly and it will hurt. come through the... I want the blue. Well, don't really have a huge amount of options. Green... How would you possibly get to green here? There has to be a way of disabling things or something. Yeah, something doesn't make sense here. It's another red-green-blue system though. So there might be color combinations. Or if you have white you can go through everything or something like that, along those lines. Right. How are you going to get to the treasure with just green? You need a blue or red to get past this, so there has to be a way to shut down at least one of these. We'll worry about it once we've secured access to center. What's blue? Damage reduction and armor class increase. Armor increased by 5 and we have significant damage reduction. A stone skin probably. To think about that. If I could control the companions properly, that would be a trivial thing, but not sure how we'd handle it with this. Teleportation arrows. Boarding arrow, basically. Does that work? Let's see why we shouldn't try it. I'm not sure if do I even have a bow anymore? That's what I was thinking. Doesn't actually do anything. I don't get what the hell is the boarding arrow is supposed to do. On hit days, level 3. On hit, teleport projectile properties, level 1. But it doesn't do a goddamn thing. I should have tested it on a weaker target. Maybe it has a very small chance of doing anything. I thought it was just the fact that the target was an item here instead of a living creature. Weapon ineffective, okay. Does a single point of damage which gets absorbed immediately. At least this does damage. Maybe we'll get a some kind of effect on a kill. No, nothing. So what the fuck are these arrows supposed to be good for? Maybe they work in a very specific environment. I don't get it. I just don't get them. Back to killing, I guess. These have a wide elbow, back increased to creature had a death armor. Luckily it comes from potions at the last one.
You cannot win!
I'm not quite sure what we do here. Does the green thingamajig allow us to do something with the green obelisks or shields? It could be that there's a corresponding obelisk per fencing wall there. Okay, this is not a... because it's unidentified, I can use it. Oh shit. What's the point of going there? We need another green immediately. Okay, we can loot 3 chests like this. Juggling access of 12 short adventures. Magical damage only useful by halfling. Trigger. Just a trap. Rapier that is guaranteed to be worse than what I currently wield. If you can go through the void somehow or shut it down, that might be able to get what we really want here. That would open up a lot of new options. Okay, my allies didn't want to follow me. A lot of hitting and damage. Extra magical damage too.
I'll see you cut asunder.
Okay, you need to go through some colors to get out of here. So can you do it with... No. Wait. The white goes already. Solution presented itself. Trident. I think must be the first trident I've seen. Looks like I didn't do much about it. It's basically a spear. We'll use that. Pirate coin network. Sure if it's gonna be any use, but I might as well take it.
Cut them down.
I'm sure the shield is fine, but I'm not gonna start changing anything. The saving throws are very, very valuable to me. They allow me to fight normally without having to get interrupted or anything. As you approach the pulsating field of energy, you feel somehow lighter. You can hear the priestesses chanting above you, their souls joined in praise of unbelief. You recognize Tasina's voice among them, strong and at the heart. Okay. Enter the light.
Junia, in all of Umberly's mercy, how did you ever follow me here? My gosh, you're dead, aren't you? Oh, Junia, it was never supposed to be like this. Are you alright?
You must help me destroy the Dweller.
The last time we met, you sought to kill me, and now you wish my aid in destroying one of Umberly's greatest creatures. You are a fool. Come, sisters, let's complete this ritual once and for all.
Grr. Sea Hag. Hag of Umberweed. Can I look at her? You gaze upon the horrible creature that Tasina has become. Her flesh is sickly and yellow, covered with warts and oozing sores. Her once fine hair is now long and filthy, filled with rotting seaweed. I want to see if our dialogue options have any effect on what's happening here. So, do not ask how to kill Umberly's avatar on here. I assume the end result is more or less the same, but so we, yeah, missing heads and clothing. My biggest worry is that it's gonna be a huge pain in the ass trying to get the companions not to attack and kill some of these guys. I want to keep that at least as an option, that I can keep my word to the dragon. My lying word, but still. Let's ask about how to become not undead. That seems like a reasonable thing to ask. Ritsina, do you know how to cure for death? I've got this awful shaping, priestess, right beneath the wing.
I should have known it was selfishness that brought you here. When last we met, it was me you tried to kill. I could cure this sorcerer's death that claims you, but I have no pity for those who earned their fate. Come, sisters, let us try this ritual one last time.
Pacified. This is not gonna work. Can you cure my crew if not myself?
How many people have you cursed by your own folly? We'll not be drawn into this. Ritual, sisters.
So it's basically the same end result no matter what we do. Well, maybe not. I mean, you have a persuasion check, you could see other options, things like that. But a likely end result is this. You might be able to avoid it if you are very, very skilled at persuading. With us, it would require close to a natural 20. Not quite. I have invested some points in that, so probably 1 in 3 dice rolls would succeed. Weller pool. It's oil fountains.
Follow where I lead.
Consider it done.
And these are the transformed priestesses, which we're going to slaughter after so
At their throats, cut them down.
aromatic oils. Fireball.
Follow where I lead.
Consider it done.
At their throats, cut them down. Follow where I lead. Only I will walk away.
So it's pretty clear the only way to really harm the dweller is to just throw firebombs at it. No, aromatic oils at it. Too many
I carry
fireballs.
too much. Follow where I
Forget
lead.
about him. That seems to throw around a lot of debuffs, that's why I do need to get rid of some of the weight.
Consider it done.
Follow where I lead.
Get the goddamn hack.
Consider it done.
The hag seems to have a huge amount of buffs and the like, so I don't want to really bother with her. I can avoid it. At least not yet. It's clearly that the Dweller is stupid. But they gave us a tip. Dweller is a distraction. What is the actual thing we have to destroy then? It's a concealed target, so 50% of my attacks won't hit. You know, I'm definitely affect that. I'd like to think that there are other things I could do, but there's nothing I can even interact with here. It's really the hag and transform priestesses and the Dweller. And there's an infinite supply of these. Don't want to fight there. So you really don't. Could you fucking follow me? No, apparently.
Down throats, cut them down.
Consider it done.
Dweller is the highest priority. I need to be at the edge before I can do anything here. Now, could you please follow me? That is the worst possible place to be. We do not want to be there. It seems to be attacking their own guys though, so please do not go there. Give you a goddamn order. Please follow me. The Dweller I don't think can be killed, it can be suppressed maybe.
Down throats, cut them down.
The hag is damaged by the spell there. It's not mine.
Consider it done.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It's probably because she has elemental shield on here. We do have a magic wand. We can't use it here, it's way too cumbersome. Has some magic resistance clearly. So using this is not a
You breathe your last.
She resurrects. Yeah, he'll go down fairly quickly. Immune to critical hit it's, yeah, backstabbing too. Immunity to everything, that's the most annoying thing they can do, but they always do.
I'll see you cut asunder.
Okay, what the fuck are you people doing, or not doing, rather? Nazar, for example, isn't doing a goddamn thing. Sort of trying to do something, but I'm not sure what that is. Guard me, nothing else. I think he's trying to get to targets that we're blocking access to. Dweller is the one throwing that spell around. The spell will affect everyone.
Cut them down.
We can prevent it if we throw this one.
Down throats. Cut them down.
What the fuck are you doing? It's constantly trying to do pretty much nothing. It just stands there and does nothing. It's just annoying that one of my three guys is just... I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. I'm just going to ask him to stop. Maybe he'll reignite his own AI. He basically is not moving anywhere. That's his problem. To see any fundamental problems here. His AI isn't moving. He doesn't have a target. He's just standing still.
At their throats. Cut them down.
I don't really have much to complain about this. It just makes for a dull fight, really. The target we have to take down takes so long to kill. One of our guys isn't doing a goddamn thing. The hag regenerates, probably. Yeah, so we would have to do constant damage to it to be able to do anything. So this is so fucking tedious. Bizarre would be because he's immune to the hag is immune to backstabbing all the fight. So we lost 1/3 of our damage against an opponent that is hard to hit and has a regeneration rate, a decent one. So the 1/3 would probably mean much more than the cut down the time to kill her 1/3 because of the regeneration. make up much more of a defense. She's probably immune to poison and like everything slow her, yeah. I understand that she's powerful, but these make for dull fights, because there's nothing really you can try that's special. You either are able to do the damage, which one of our guys doesn't want to do, or you can't do anything. And that's it. There's no point trying to do anything extra. She'll just tank you, or is immune to it. I'm sure traps would help either. There's not enough firepower in the world to push through her defenses. There's a good chance she'll have infinite defenses anyway. We can do some buffs though. I think I had haste also. Magic resistance, or defense or whatever, gives magic resistance. I'm pretty sure I also had haste scrolls somewhere. Like I specifically bought them for this purpose, or at least thought about buying them. I don't see them anywhere though, so maybe I didn't. Yeah, all the scrolls I have are basically irrelevant. I do have haste scrolls. Haste potions. That's about the best I can do. I'm gonna stay here because it also attacks the hag, and the ability to do damage here is more important than anything else. Ooh, this is bad. This is paralysis. Yep, we'll have to go.
Consider it done.
I don't give a shit about Nisar because he doesn't do anything really.
At their throats, cut them down.
She's trying to heal. I don't care what happens after this.
And thus it was that I was avenged, me spirit freed from its haunting of the rose. But I lingered there amidst the dead, and listened in upon their celebrations. Aye, 'tis true, I'll miss the rose's song. But now she's found another soul to sing it to, and another soul to sail her.
Congratulations, Admiral. The sisters be dead and gone, never to rise again. Better yet, the planks of the Midnight Rose are once again beneath harping. Yes, so the crew is pleased by your return and eager for news of your intentions. We have fair winds, a full crew, and 2 ships under your command, Admiral. Where would you have us set our sights?
I wonder what options do you really have. It seems like maybe the oaths you can swear to do things in the meeting with the sisters decides things. Alternatively, it's the dialogue options. It doesn't matter what the options are, what the answer is. I'm not going to replay those things just to fish out all the different options and endings. I would think you have a chance to become a living person again if you're very persuasive or you take different dialogue paths. There also has to be some other way to deal with the Dweller, because the Dweller plus the Dragon never seemed to make any kind of a difference. I mean, the Dweller was there anyway throwing spells at us. And there was nothing to indicate that there was something inside the temple that I should have taken care of. That was the primary target of the dragon. There just simply wasn't anything there I could interact with or see. So I would have to assume if the dialogue goes in certain directions, it affects on what type of encounter you're going to have to face. So I would imagine that the one we had is sort of a fallback. That if you can't go anywhere else, you can at least do it through fighting, and it is what it is. Not a particularly fight. Big problem is that there's a lot of spells and effects thrown around. I think both sides are pretty much immune to everything, because both sides. Other is off to all hell and I'm undead. So it's a raw damage dealing fight where the main opponent regenerates. It's about as dull of a fight as you can imagine. She has a lot of spell effects that she and her harpies do, but again, I'm undead, so I'm unaffected by all that. So, I guess we're gonna be pirates. High seas, to sink and plunder. Are the high seas. Yes. I played the Witch's Way Premium module before this, and while it was probably one of the most horrible modules I've ever played, this was a good one. If I have a complaint about this, is that the end is terrible. It's not that there's anything wrong with the options, it's that there's no consequence to my options there. I lied pretty much to everyone. I certainly lied to the dragon, didn't keep my word, but the only consequence maybe was that the dragon appeared there in the end. I feel like you need to flesh that shit out. Either have consequences shown or played, or have some sort of a ending dialogue that plays out what happened. Sort of some sort of an ending to the story. You can't just cut it off like that. It seems like if you build up the multiple options, you have to have a consequence to everyone. And now everyone wanted us to do one thing, but it doesn't sort of seem like it didn't matter what you do. I find it frustrating because you have a fairly long adventure and you end it like that. It's like you fumble at the finishing line, fumble badly. There was nothing special about the underwater areas, there was nothing special about the end fight, none of the consequences seemed to matter, the dialogue with the priest at the end, all based on a dice roll. To be fair, I didn't explore all the dialogue afterwards with the priest, so I'm not sure I want to be too critical of that. But there doesn't seem to be a way to recover either. So the only way to basically try to other things is to just load, and that's always a bad thing. But it's somewhat tied to the system that Neverwinter Night uses. So again, I'm not sure I want to bitch too much about that. Overall, this is a good module, solid good module. But it's not great. It's because while this has a lot of interesting things and mechanics, it's a lot of horseshit fetch quests, things like that. There's not good role-playing options or intrigue. The fighting isn't particularly good either. I think in most ways it was more interesting when we were marooned in the early game, where we couldn't just fight everything, we had to survive. We had to use a force to bypass monsters and things like that. That's where it was more interesting. But this is like an average module on Neverwinter Nights scale. Typical modules at this time, Neverwinter Nights, they're exactly like this combat-wise. They're largely uninteresting. They're just a group of monsters thrown in and then copy pasted to multiple locations on the map, and you fight them again and again and again. So this isn't nothing particularly good, but it's also nothing particularly bad. It's the norm. But this has interesting mechanic, interesting ideas, equipment upgrades, the treasure map sections. There are different types of things, like the trying to get one of the sailor away from his wives and trying to do a sneak sections to get the items. It sort of tries to mix things up a bit. It's not just copy pasted encounter after copy pasted encounter. There's some plot, things you can do, a little bit of variation here and there. So it's good, but it's not great. There's if I would have to play this again, I don't know what would be the point of playing anything differently. Could I even play anything differently? The Thievery isn't supported that well, really. I don't see any point in playing a magic user. You would just basically cause trouble for yourself. And a fighter would probably be an overwhelmingly powerful. It's not much of a pirate adventure either. There are pirates in it, but it's not a pirating adventure. You don't get to use your ship, you don't get to make decisions, are you gonna pirate something, attack some ships. There's no ship-to-ship combat, so it's pirate-themed adventure that has some interesting ideas, but overall the adventure itself is fairly average. But because of those new ideas, mixing things up and things like that, it's above average, it's up to good. It's I didn't really feel all that much that I didn't want to continue, or it was tedious or something like that. But at the same time, if I compare it to a lot of player-made modules, it just does not compare well. But out of the two premium modules I've played so far, it's far superior. Probably something along the lines of Neverwinter Nights main campaign, better parts of it in quality. So thumbs up on that. Hopefully the later other premium modules definitely are similar to that in scope and in quality.